We can dream.
Anyways, I think we're about out of stuff unless y'all think there's something else to cover.
Well,
Yeah, go ahead.
I don't know if any of you saw this article that said that 4 out of 5 iPhone users will buy another iPhone, and 4 out of 5 Android users will buy a different phone. And any of you seen that article?
I haven't seen it.
Okay, well, this was pretty big. A lot of iPhone users were talking.
Did it mean they'll buy a different Android phone, or they'll buy a different, like they'll switch to an iPhone or something, like they don't like Android?
What the article said was that they'll switch to a different phone. They won't buy another Android phone. However,
I think I know
and this was a CNN statistic, but it turns out that the statistic was interpreted wrong. What was actually it was that 4 out of 5 iPhone users will buy another iPhone. But what the other statistic was that 4 out of 5, actually it was 20%. So the 1 out of 5 phone users, just phone users, will buy an Android phone. So that is actually a great statistic for Android, because Android has like less than 10%. So that means that it's rising. If 1 out of 5 people who own phones, just including iPhone users, want to go and get an Android phone. So that's what the actual statistic was. But people read it as 4 out of 5 people who have an Android phone will get a different phone. Anyway, that's all.
That's an interesting statistic, and that goes back to my favorite little quote or line or phrase, which is, you know, you can use statistics to prove anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like...
I was so surprised. I thought, no, Android's doing way better. A bunch of people are satisfied. People are saying, no, look at this. Nobody likes it.
You know, my response to that article would be, okay, Apple fanboys, go find me 3 Android people who want to give up their Android device. Just 3. Anywhere in the country. 3. It's like... Because, you know, whenever fanboys talk about Android, you know, they talk about it like it's this big, bad, evil thing, and it just sucks, and it's so inferior to iOS, and everybody should just hate it. It's like you saw that article I went over with Mr. I don't know if you saw that article I went over with Mr. Bit that was fanboyism at its finest. You know, basically some fanboy complaining that their Android device didn't work like their iPhone, therefore it sucks. I'm like, you know...
that was actually a pretty good episode. I was actually listening to it, not watching it. So.
Okay. Yeah, but it's just I have yet to find. It's like I know people who try Android and realize how screwed they've been by iOS, but I have yet to find anyone who's messed with Android who's just, well, this just completely sucks, and I don't ever want to screw with an Android device again.
Maybe with some of the lower-end Android devices.
Yeah, that might be true.
Yeah. They bought, like, someone said, like, Android's so much better, and they buy a lower-end Android device, and they're like, no, this sucks. So, you know. Anyway,
and that's one thing I think the stores should make clear. Like when they're selling those $69 Android devices, they should make it clear this is not on par with this.
Yeah.
For the most part, I can only vouch for the stores I've messed with, but for the most part, I find the sales reps tend to do that. Like they ask, like, what are you coming off of? What was your other phone? Because if you're coming off of a standard cell phone onto any smartphone, it's a quantum leap forward. So the $69 phone isn't a bad phone for you. But if you're coming off of like a $500 smartphone, even if you paid it subsidized for $200, you don't want to buy the $69 phone. They're going to go, and the salespeople are pretty good about that because they know you won't be happy with it. They're like, I know it costs a little more, but I think you'll be a lot happier with this one. Or we have this one that's in between, that's comparable to what you had. Then this one is more phone than what you had. It's like it's just like when you walk into the computer store. it's whether or not the salesperson is doing their job, asking you the questions they should, or whether or not they're just interested in shoving whatever the hell they can in your hand and shoving you out the door, and which is going to vary from store to store.
Yeah. Alright, you guys have anything else?
I'm out of stuff. You got anything, Leo?
Just that if I'm allowed to include me, I can name 3 people who are satisfied with their Android devices.
It's like I didn't say satisfied. I only know people who are satisfied. You have to name 3 people who hate Android. So we're trying to prove the fanboy point of view that Android sucks and iOS is better. Which means we have to just randomly off the street encounter 3 people who
Actually use Android.
Who said Android sucks, and just gave up on it and moved to something like iOS or Windows Phone or whatever. Like I know a lot of people that goes the other way around, but I have yet to find people who abandon Android for Apple.
Well, one of the things is
just as a celebration thing. My state's founding anniversary was a couple of days ago, and just there were more than just me there that had Android devices, and I was impressed at how you could just start up a conversation based on what's on your phone.
Hmm?
And even how they differ, because they had things varying from the Area to my Nexus 1 to the MyTouch, and they were all fun and good phones, and we were able to. I guess I'm saying I'm surprised at how social and a phone could become.
Yeah. Well, no, and that's one of the real advantages of the Android devices is it's not the one device. It's what device suits you. And that's a real advantage I see Android devices having over iOS devices, because the problem with iOS devices in general is the one device either fits you to a T or it has things that bug you. If Android device X does not fit you to a T, go buy Android device Y, or Z, or A, or G, or that's...
They're all excellent phones for the most part.
With the exception of some horrible phones. Like, and they're not all going to be perfect. Okay, we got 2 minutes left. Anyone got anything to say, or we just want to end the show?
I'm good.
Okay. James? You're muted, man. I can't hear you. I can't hear you.
I'm back.
Okay.
I'm good. Yeah.
Okay.
This has been one long light episode.
Okay.
Yeah, I know. That's the thing. We had a light episode. Somehow we still managed to go an hour and a half. Everybody, peace out, all. The episode must die.